and drift away.
So, what's so great about the military? Why should anybody even join the military? Well, we're gonna talk about that today, about why I joined, and honestly, a lot of perks you can get from the military that not everybody knows about, and you know, the reason kind of played into effect of why I was gonna join the military. So, to start it all off, I mean, where else are you gonna go to work that they're gonna pay for your housing and pay for your food? Like, that's not gonna happen. See, when you join the military, you get your housing allowance, you get a food allowance. I mean, where else are you gonna go work where they're gonna do that? It's just not gonna happen. And then you get to the education side of things. So now, you know, a lot of people, they all know about the GI Bills. Alright, so you have your GI Bill, so you can use that when you get out. So I got the post 9/11 bill. So what happens there is, as long as I'm going to school full time, I get 3 years of free schooling when I get out. And as long as I'm going to school full time, I'm still getting a housing allowance, and they pay for all my books. I mean, where are you gonna get that? You still get free living for 3 years after you get out of the military, as long as you're going to school full time. So that's pretty awesome. And then you want to talk about why you're in the military. So who else is gonna give you credits, you know, to go through basic training and going through your tech school? You're getting college credits while you're doing that. So now you're already working on your associate's degree, you know, for your CCAF through the Air Force. So you do that, and then once you get done there, go to your first base, you knock out all your initial training and stuff, and then you can start using tuition assistance, which is your TA, through the schools here. And now you can go to school for free while you're in the military, and then you still have your GI Bill for when you get out of the military. So I mean, it's pretty awesome when it comes to the education side of things, because I mean, you can get everything knocked out. You know, you can get your associates knocked out while you're in. Like, if you're only doing 4 years, you can get your associates knocked out. You can almost be done with your bachelor's by the time you get done with 4 years, depending on how much you want to put into it. And then you still got your GI Bill after, so then you can use that to go on and get a master's degree or whatever you want to do after that. Plus, you can, if you're still in the military, you can, with the post 9/11 bill, you can, if you have kids, you can put your kids down on that 9/11 bill, and then they can use it when they get older, and then they get 3 years of free schooling. So I mean, you can't really complain. It's a pretty good gig when it comes to all that stuff. Plus, now you got your health insurance. I mean, that's awesome. So basically, you get free health insurance while you're in the military. You just go to the hospital on base, or any of the doctors on base through your PCM, and then you just walk in. Don't have to pay anything for an appointment. Don't have to pay any copay. They give you a prescription for something. You just go to the pharmacy and you pick it up, and it's also free. I mean, I didn't even have that in the civilian world. I still had to pay a copay every time I went to the doctor, and still had to pay, you know, most of the medication too. So I mean, that's all free right there. So then you got health insurance for my wife. So she chose the plan, so she's not on like the prime plan, she's on the other plan. I think it's like $5 a paycheck for her health insurance, and it's all covered. Now granted, she still has to pay a copay when she goes to the doctor, but she wanted to be able to choose her doctor and go wherever she wants to go, and that plan allows her to do it. Otherwise, you would have to go to, you know, just all military doctors like we do. So this way, you know, she gets to choose her own doctor, and she's all set, and she's happy, and it's still not that much. It's $5, and I think it's like a $10-20 copay, and that's it. Like, it's still cheap and awesome. Like you can't do that in the civilian world. I mean, you can go to some places that'll give you health insurance, but then other places like where I've used to work, I mean, insurance is expensive when you have to pay for it. It's like, and then on top of that, you got a guaranteed job anywhere you go, and guaranteed housing anywhere you go. So you can go move to all these different states or countries if you even want to, and when you get there, you got a job and you got a place to live. And there's not much places you can do that. And then when it comes down to retirement, so you got I put in 5% out of my paychecks into retirement, and then they put an automatic 1%, and then they'll match up to 4%. So you're getting 10% put in there every paycheck. So I mean, they're matching you practically. They're matching you 100% of what you're putting in. As long as you're putting up to 5%, you're getting matched 5%. And the nice part about it is, if you stay in the military, it works out good for you. If you plan on getting out of the military, you can then take all that money that's been in there and you can roll that over into a 401k, and you don't get any penalties or anything for doing that. So why did I join the military? What was the reasons I joined the military? Well, we're gonna get to that in a second, but right now, got to start painting some stuff on the new truck. Ended up getting rid of my Cummins, so here is the new truck. No more Cummins, but oh well, it's pretty nice. So we're actually gonna take that front bumper out, or that front grille off, paint that thing black, make it all look a little bit better. So once I get done with that, I'll show you guys. All right. Got that all good and done. Oh. Now, let's talk about it. Alright, why did I join the military? I joined for a few reasons. One of which is because I always wanted to, since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be in the military. So that was one of it. The other reason was for me and my wife, you know, to have the health insurance, which is very nice. Plus also we wanted to move away, and it's a lot easier to do so when you're in the military. It's all paid for, and you got a guaranteed job when you get there. You got a guaranteed house, like I talked about earlier. So, you know, everything's just so when it comes to like that aspect, it's easier. I didn't join for education, but now that I am in and I know the opportunities that I have available to me, I'm definitely going to take advantage of the education side of things. I'm not planning on staying in for 20 years, so I plan on doing the 4, you know, putting into my retirement and then rolling that over into a 401 afterwards. You know, there's just, to me, it's a really good thing, and honestly, you can get the discipline out of it. You can take so much from the military. And there's so many advantages. Honestly, I can't even name them all. I mean, you can get all these certifications that will carry over into the civilian world if you want to go get a different job. I mean, it's really good. It's a really good place to kind of get everything started, especially coming right out of high school. It's really good. Like, they're going to teach you how to live on your own. They're going to teach you how to be financially stable. They're going to teach you a lot of different things, and that's definitely going to be a really nice part of it. But that's it for the video. Go ahead, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you guys think, and let me know what kind of content you want me to be putting out more. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.